how I know that my mum raised me good. Because I know it's well and not good. And if something was well good, well, she wouldn't be happy either. Because apparently, I wasn't a street urchin searching for words which were on the verge of being nonsense. And since I noticed her fingers uncurl from fists, showing palms that I traced and hands that I kissed as I spoke, I realised she was just counting the amount of times I said like, and God help us if anything was just nice. See, my mum's an English teacher, and she doesn't just teach, no, misguides and misleads, misled me to a river that I couldn't drink from. She said it's not my fault that I couldn't bring from the same spring that others came from. On the day they became what they were, I was out of frame making flames out of paper. I was of a different nature. She didn't care. I've never had a teacher like her. That being said, she's not just a teacher either. She's a reader and a writer, a griever and a fighter, been through it all and you'd never know. And despite it all, I will write her into every poem I've ever written. And despite her desire to remain unknown, you can find her in this poem, which is why I can't just use the word nice. She'd say, every single word that I've given you and you are still gonna go with nice, you're just lazy. Nah, she'd never forgive me. Sometimes I like to say she learned me good, and sometimes I like to throw in really obscure spelling mistakes into our text messages just to see if she notices. Of course, she always does. I mean, I don't know at what age my brother and I started attaching a biro into our birthday cards to her so that she could mark them, but we still do that. And on the darker days, when the kids have used up my light, she tells me to write. Says I have a talent for bringing words to life, and it's more important that I make the audience feel what it's like than to just straight up tell them what to feel. I now know that you can't tell someone what to feel. So I don't describe things as scary anymore, I just tell them the truth. The most recent lesson I've learned is when she said that being vulnerable was not the same as being weak. Which is why people still ask me why, that after being hit by a car and my bones and my leg being broken in 3 places, I walked to the side of the road saying I could run it off. She's the strongest woman I've ever known, and I've never seen her cry. Which is why I want to hide when I can't make people laugh. But she says, it's not just about making people laugh. It's about using whatever time we have left to make the people feel something that is anything more than just nice. Thank you.